Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourselves for the one and only World Improv Network comedy show on Mile High Sports Radio. Take part in the show by giving your suggestions or questions to the cast for each show segment throughout the week, or live during the show by hitting them up on Facebook at World Improv Network, on Twitter at World Improv Net, or by calling in to Mile High Sports Radio studio line. Now, enjoy the show. It's local. It's global. You're listening to WIN World Local News.
WIN World Local News on Mile High Sports Radio. I'm Potter Smittss. Breaking news into the WIN World Local News sports desk from WIN sports reporter Fired Up Frank, who's live inside a Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis in Indiana, where a lucky redneck Colt is running roughshod after the Broncos versus Colts NFL match. Fired Up, what on earth is going on out there?
Oh, Potter, it is crazy here because one of these teams won and one of them lost. And clearly it is the Broncos who have lost because we're here in Indianapolis and people are going nuts. They're putting horseshoes on their own actual feet because they are feeling so good. They are feeling no pain right now. And yeah, Potter, it's crazy. I'm going to go join in. I'm going to get some metal shoes and I'm going to tramp on some Denverites.
Well, thank you, Fired Up. I hope it doesn't get too violent like a drunken St. Patty's Day bash. All right, well, now for a story addressing our collective daily health, which is brought to us by WIN contributor Simon of Greeley, Colorado. Overwhelming evidence has shown that drinking soda, coffee, or water will eventually make your heart stop dead in its tracks. To get the death-defying details on how to save one's own life in lieu of this news, let's go live to WIN medical reporter Sanjay Gupta, who's in the Dawn of the Dead Memorial Cemetery in Washington, D.C. Dr. Sanjay?
Yes, thank you very much. I am here with many upset spirits who have died from drinking too many fluids. I'm here with one spirit. Your name is Kevin Jefferson.
Yes.
Kevin, what were you drinking when you died?
I was drinking Jolt Cola.
And had nobody told you about how to prevent dying from drinking fluids?
No one said it was bad. I had to stay up all night and play Destiny, so I kept downing it, and I never made it through that night.
Well, if you choose to, okay, that's very scary. Potter, there's a lot of commotion going on. I just want to pass on the good word that if you wish to not die from drinking fluids, use a vacuum cleaner to suck the fluids back out.
Wish someone had told me that.
This is a public service announcement. Back to you, Potter Smith.
Well, thank you, Dr. Sanjay. I will try to keep that in mind when I go to the bathroom tonight. Well, moving on to another story of significance, brought to us by WIN contributor Carla of London, England. A report published by the Reputation Institute has released its findings of the most and worst reputable cities in the world. Baghdad, Iraq, Tehran, Iran, and Moscow, Russia round out the bottom three, while Sydney, Australia, Melbourne, Australia, and Stockholm, Sweden make the top three. To find out what this report means and measures, let's go live to WIN's most reputable senior international reporter, Pinocchio, who's at the Vatican in Rome with the truthful analysis. Pinocchio?
Oh, thank you, Potter. I'm here with the leader of the Holy See himself, Pope Francis. Now, Pope, you're an expert on reputability, and what is the key to being reputable?
The key to being reputable is being hip, like the Fonzie.
Oh.
And wearing a cool hat. I'm joking, and that's what it's about, having a good time out there with the people.
So the hats aren't important at all?
No, come on, man. A hat is just a symbol, but what really counts is how you interact with somebody. You know, shoot them a smile, wink at them, give them a high five.
So, Melbourne and Stockholm, they're just a lot of big smiling cities? Is that what you're saying?
And a lot of hugs, because they're cold up in Norway, and those
It's
other...
cold in Moscow and no one hugs.
You know, I don't know, man. That's...
Oh. Well, is there anything that makes it especially disreputable?
I think the government
Oh.
is a big one, yeah.
Yep. A lot of corruption over there. But I'll leave that to other reporters. Back to you, Potter.
Well, thank you, Pinocchio. Way to get to the bottom of that report. All right, well, our next story of great significance and relevance is brought to us by WIN contributor Toby of Long Beach, California. At the legendary Chinese theater in Hollywood, a full-on MMA fight has broken out between former Bond girls during an exclusive opening weekend screening of the newest 007 blockbuster movie, Spectra, starring Daniel Craig. To find out what the affliction caused this American fight, let's tap out live to WIN film critic Siskel Ebert, who is on the octagon of this amazing spectacle. Siskel?
Wow. What a event. Wow. I give it 2 thumbs up easily. And I would give... you can hear them going on back there. Real fierce. There's hair pulling. There's really intense eye contact that is driving me crazy. I'd give the fight today an Oscar for best in-cage fight for sure. And I'm actually here with one of the lead trainers of these Bond babes. This is Tiffany Sanders. I'm trying out a new gig.
Yeah, I like it.
So what's the secret behind becoming a Bond girl MMA fighter in the octagon?
Well, the first thing, number one, you gotta be hot. Because Bond is not getting with no skanks.
Is that one of the qualifying questions on the resume?
Well, that's answered by the headshot for sure. You gotta have good headshots so you can look hot.
And what about special skills, nunchucks, bow staff, paper cranes?
Well, I mean, any weapons are great to have. Any weapon skills, like, knives especially, or...
Though I see today in the ring, we just got a lot of fists.
Oh, you bare-knuckle brawl today. These girls, they just got their nails done. They just had some manicures, and they're ready to lay into each other.
And a lot of people wonder what happens to these Bond girls after they're done, when they retire.
Oh, well, most of them live on the street because they really just have very short movie careers, and Bond girls don't have a lot of help outside in other movies.
And you actually co-founded a charitable organization to help these ladies out, didn't you?
I did. It's called Bondage House, and it's where all the Bond girls can go after their careers are over. And they are confined to the house. It's not just a play on words. They're actually strapped to the floor.
That sounds like a really curious method. Sounds like a continuation of MMA training in a lot of ways.
Oh, it is, and those who can escape, well, we just lose track of them, really.
All right, well, there you go, buddy boy Potter Smittss. Back to you.
Very interesting, Siskel. Very interesting. Well, let's get a check now on the global weather, and let's see what Tulip Sunspring's up to. I think she's searching for extraterrestrial intelligence in Mountain View, California at the SETI Institute. Tulip, how's the weather out there?
There's some light clouds. A lot of us are gathered out here today. We're staying right behind the fence of the restricted zone here. We're trying to get the best view possible. Some folks have propped themselves up at the top of the fence. And oh my, there are 2 lights hanging in the sky.
Oh my God.
They are making very sharp angles. These are definitely not man-made aircraft.
Oh my God, Martha, get me the tin hat.
Oh my Looks like they're coming this way. There seems to be some kind of laser beam. Potter, I gotta go. I gotta go.
Okay. Take me, Jesus.
Oh my God. I wonder if Tulip's gonna have an alien abduction or something. Well, maybe we'll get her back next week, and thank you all for tuning in to WIN World Local News on Mile High Sports Radio. I'm Potter Smittss, and stay tuned for Community Court next on the World Improv Network.
Give the WIN cast your suggestions via Facebook, Twitter, or by calling into the Mile High Sports Radio studio line during the break for a case that needs to be tackled during community court. Next on Mile High Sports Radio.